was just about to run to the roof when my savior and friend, the man whose unborn child I had just killed for, decided to leave without me.
Warring act! Get in! Quick!
I can't believe that bastard just flew off on me. After everything we've been through, I saved his girlfriend's life.
Who? Raul Passos?
Yeah, Raul Passos.
Yeah, I know. I thought you guys were very close.
We were.
Well, you know what? I did a background check.
Jesus.
I mean, I thought the two of you worked for Rodrigo Branco.
Yeah, so?
So? Did you get paid by Victor?
Victor, no.
Well, Raul Passos did. 6 times. Dating back to a few months before you turned up. He even paid for a ticket for him to go to New York.
Why?
I don't know, my guess is to meet you.
But why?
I don't know, maybe he liked you. Maybe he thought you needed a break.
That's funny.
I don't know, maybe he wanted some dumb gringo to come down here to shoot things up and maybe to take the watch for Rodrigo when he got shot.
I don't believe that.
Why? Because you're not a dumb gringo? Or because you are?
You know, I have no fucking clue anymore.
Okay. Let me ask you something.
What?
Well, what is it that you really thought that you were doing down there in Panama? And don't tell me you're so naive as to think you were just down there guarding a woman.
I didn't know what to say. I had been so loaded in Panama, I could scarcely remember my own name. I know things had got real heavy.
Chocha más apretadita la de ese man, parce. ¡Vamos! Mira cuál que este hijo de puta no me pegó. ¡Soy asesino!
The dead guys looked like soldiers in one of those Central American guerrilla armies. Pirates with a manifesto. Psychos with a dream. That sort of bullshit. fresh air before I died. It was like the need for a wake-up whiskey after a 2-day bender. How to shut off the fuel feeds. Moo, I shut down one engine, but it didn't make much difference. There. I could breathe again. Now the boat could get back to smelling like suntan oil, stale margaritas, and greed.
Está bien, parce. ¡Avance!
So this was the famous Panama Canal. We could have gone to the moon while I was passed out.
Get the fuck off me!
¡Mátalo! ¡Mátalo!
Booze, coke, pills. You could get whatever part.
¡Todos al suelo! ¡Puta, aquí no hay nada! ¡Miguel, ven y para acá!
There was something firing these guys other than good old-fashioned socialist zeal. What were they looking for? was on a ghost ship in a ghost canal. The whole thing creeped me the hell out. The boat was well appointed.
¡Anda, anda! ¡Está abierto!
¡Alto, alto, alto! ¿Cómo te encuentras? ¡Me voy a matar! ¡Me va a cagar! ¡Chúpame! ¡Ya llegó a tu fin!
¡Anda, anda! ¡Está abierto!
¡No sabe quién somos!
Maybe there was something on the bridge. I checked every other inch of the boat. I spotted Passos and Marcella. If I'd known back then that they'd been up to no good while I was fighting my way through a band of violent paramilitaries and a worse hangover, I might not have wanted to get over to them so bad.
Hey, Passos!
At the time, I hadn't thought too much about this. I hadn't thought too much about anything. Now I remember it, it didn't seem quite so kosher.
What about, what's her name? Daphne.
Do whatever you think is best.
¡Vamos! ¡Ahora mismo!
There's some equipment in the truck next to me. It'd be a shame to see it go to waste. There's gotta be a...
¡No te ri...
We can get across up top.
Up we go, man!
I don't know what I expected to find. On a boat full of drunks and bullshit artists, I'd been the cabaret act. Shooting whatever came in front of me was easier than coming to terms with that reality.
¡Hey, parcerito, cubrime!
No, you don't!
¡Suélteme, gringo loco! I blocked out all my questions. All I thought about was getting to Daphne Bernstein before it was too late.
Jesus Christ.
Marcelo, too. It's an awful tragedy for Victor, huh? A man running on a law and order ticket, you know, whose brothers have both been killed in such terrible circumstances. A true patriot.
What about Marcelo?
Marcelo was an idiot. Were this true, I certainly don't believe he could possibly have known about it. But I do believe some other scheme, you know, some other bullshit. Whatever that cash was, Victor could have talked him into something. I don't know yet.
And Passos?
Well, Passos is a bum ex-cop. He failed in America, failed in Sao Paulo. He was surrounded by more money and more poverty than his tiny little head can handle. You think guys like that can't be bought?
No, but
But nothing. He's probably not a bad guy. He's just a man caught in the crossfire of a very rich family.
What about me?
You. You're the fall guy. The American. Running around, acting like the action hero. Killing lots of people. You're a stroke of genius.
That ain't how it is.
You were an angry ex-cop. You were sitting in a bar with a history of violence and a history of a bad temper. You were perfect.
Me and Passos went to the academy together.
Did you?
I don't fucking know.
Okay, let's take a drive, Max. You want to do some good? You want to get yourself killed in a good cause? Then I need you to check something out for me.
Like what?
That incident at the favela today. Now, some of my officers say a bus drove off some captives.
They did, I saw it.
But no captives were ever booked.
They probably handed them off to the paramilitary death squads, the,
Caixa Preto?
Right.
Who did?
I don't know, the cops. The other cops, the cops who shoot on sight.
The UFE.
Right.
Max, you see that building there?
Imperial Palace Hotel?
And that's what it says. People go in there in large groups under armed guard. But it isn't a police station, and no one comes out of there.
Why don't you just go in and bust the joint, get a warrant?
I'm only a cop, Max.
So you keep saying.
Time to find out what was going on here. I didn't fancy booking myself in the presidential suite, so went looking for the basement. I wasn't too excited about the acoustics in this place. It was the question I kept on asking myself. How could I have been so blind? I was convinced the Broncos had gotten the wrong man for the job, but maybe De Silva was right. I was the stooge. The bad joke everybody got but me.
Esse filho da puta tá pesado pra caralho.
Call it evidence for De Silva. The Imperial Palace Hotel was a five-star bona fide shithole. I needed to find out why guests were checking in by the busload and checking out by the bag load. Maybe the service would be better upstairs.
É a mesma coisa. O quê? Você não tá fazendo nada, eu tô fazendo tudo sozinho.
Mete fogo nele! Porra! Merda!
Cuidado, eles estão vindo na nossa direção! Mais à frente, vamos!
Abre fogo! Apanha até lá! Bate no braço! Alguém ajuda! Me dê cobertura agora! Vai nessa! Eu te dou cobertura! Preciso de cobertura aqui! Deus do céu! Caralho, minha frente!
I hadn't slept in days. I needed something to keep me going. I knew this thing was bigger than me. Bigger than the Broncos, but I only had a glimpse of the whole picture. Like looking in the mirror and for an instant seeing what everyone else sees. A bad caricature of a better man. Ufe. That deal at the favela was getting dirtier by the minute. Those bastards were clearly in bed with the Crash of Prado. Now I just had to find out why. Starting with a bit of bedtime reading for Mr. Da Silva. When you've lived the kind of life I've lived, reality comes at you through a different lens. But nothing could have prepared me for what was on the other side of that door. I had to get those poor bastards out of there.
Get him out of here. Go. Go. Wait, I said get... Serrano.
Serrano. He looked pathetic. A man defeated. I walked away and left him to his own personal nightmare. Whatever hell this was Da Silva had sent me into, I knew I had to put an end to it. I had no choice but to push on. I didn't understand everything, and I never would, but I understood enough. Sometimes a complicated problem is best tackled with a simple solution.
Está tudo certo. O que você acha que eu estou fazendo? Você sabe o que aconteceu a última vez. O médico quer mais um erro. Tá tudo aqui, meu. Então vamos lá, criança. Tô perdendo muito tempo aqui.
This was hell on earth. Da Silva was no fool. I'd have driven on off into the sunset too if I were him. But I was in too far now.
What the fuck is going on here?
How much do you want?
What have you been doing?
I am a doctor. I help people.
What have you been doing here?
It's easy for you. Listen, I know people. They will kill you. I can help you. Trust me. Please, please.
What have you been doing?
I have a lot of money. Look, look. Lots of money. I do important research. Please.
Caralho! Caralho!
Espera, espera. Eu posso explicar tudo. Tudinho. Não, não. Por favor. Pelo amor de Deus. Por favor, não me mata. Não, não. Pelo amor de Deus.
E aí, doutor?
For all Serrano owed me, he'd paid enough. For now, I had bigger debts to call in. Even I could guess what demolissao meant. That building was condemned in more ways than one. I hadn't slept in days. I needed something to keep me going. I'd seen some dark shit in my time.
Atira nele! Merda! Meu braço! Preciso de salvo!
At least my visitors have been kind enough to leave the gate open.
Mete bala nele! Atira aqui nele! Você me dando cobertura aqui! Continue atirando!
That was the last of the explosives. I just hoped it was enough to bring down the building and all the evil in it.
Vai, vai, rápido, rápido, vai!
Who wants to take a shot?
see a happy tourist smiling.
What the fuck are you doing here?
I came back
I can see that. But why?
to save you.
Oh, yeah, real hero.
Listen,
Now, come with me, Max. To Brazil. Be a chance to play the fall guy in a plot that my boss and brother's hatching. To profit from the selling of human organs. Yeah, it'll be perfect for you.
what are you talking about? I know nothing about human organs, man. Victor and Marcelo are trying to teach Rodrigo a lesson. Get into losing the purse strings and the family money. They pressured me into doing it. You wanna die? I came back for you. I did my best. I'm having a kid, Max. I gotta go.
Fuck you!
Sure. Later. Now, let's go. Hope this thing works.
Nah. Not him.
You ready?
I guess.
Okay. I've looked through this information you gathered. It's not very nice.
What is it?
It's the UFE. The famous Mr. Becker.
Friend of Victor Bronco.
Yes. And a contributor to his campaigns. A government employee, of course.
And?
A weapons dealer. A murderer. This was known. A dealer in human organs. This wasn't known.
A proper gentleman.
Sure.
So you're gonna bring him down?
Yes, because I want to lose my wife and my children and then get killed myself. All that after watching him walk free.
Tell me what has to be done.
Well, officially, there's nothing I can do.
And unofficially?
Well, we can always try something a little more creative.
Creative?
De Silva had promised me a 10 o'clock showcase. I had to make sure I was on stage and ready for my close-up.
Diga a Becker. Que vim para ele. Ah!
Ei, olha aqui. Tropa. Ei, moço. Mano, quem é esse cara aí?
Manda tua conta, rapaz.
Vai, se fudeu! Meu conta deve saber da culpa.
Ei, quem é essa cara aí?
Convidado nosso.
Quebra esse otário aí.
Deixa comigo, me dá uma lição nele.
Então, o pai dela não devia. Ladrão, filha da puta! Atrás de inocentes! Mas vem passar esse arma aqui! É aqui que você vai se proteger, cara! Tá pensando o quê? Hã? Onde é que você vem? Fica aí, caralho! Eu? Se fodeu, filha da puta! Otário! Otário! Deixa eu sair daqui, velho!
Ô, segura a porta aí.
Eu vi uma outra versão.
Já vou resolver aquela parada lá, hein?
Demorou. Valeu, amigo.
Hey, what are you doing here? Huh?
I ask you a question. Answer him. Answer him.
What are you doing?
What?
What are you doing here?
O que você está fazendo aqui?
What are you
Porra!
doing here? I don't understand. I can't hear you.
What are you doing here?
Doing here? Me in the ear. Hey, answer me. What are you doing here?
Back in the precinct after all this time. Time to find out what the hell was going on.
Não tem chance nenhuma!
I knew nothing resembling good times lay beyond that gate, but I was gonna have to face the music sooner or later. It sounded like all hell was breaking loose. Whatever nonsense De Silva had pulled, it seemed to be working.
Está me achando com cara de matar? Por favor, eu te fiz uma pergunta, porra! A gente não tinha...
They had their body armor, I had mine. That kid had the right idea. There was no point bouncing bullets off that thing. I decided I'd try to pick up where he left off. And then immediately regretted that decision. Well, wasn't this nice? The perfect end to a perfect trip. If someone had told me 6 months ago this was where my life was headed, I'd have ordered a double of whatever they were drinking, drunk it, then blown my head off.
Quebra as pernas dele! Cadê seu respeito? Não estou!
Another dark, rainy night. Another police station. Another futile crusade for amends. Time moves forward, and nothing changes.
E aí, como você está?
They'd come from the control room. It looked like the security cameras were still running. And of course, they were headed my way.
Me dê cobertura! Vai, acabe com esse... Em suas... Continue atirando! Vai, vai, vai! Distraiam ele!
Estou mirando na cabeça! Engole essa, seu merda! Diga boa noite! Lá vai! Segura! Acabe com ele! Preciso me... Fui atirando! Porra, pô! Não tô morto ainda, cuzão! Chance aqui, meu!
If the heat was rising, that meant I was getting closer to the source. I had to keep moving. Figured I'd bag those up for evidence. Whatever depressing fate lay on the other side of those doors, there was no point in putting it off.
Você está brincando com armas pesadas agora!
Atira nele!
Se mexa! Vamos ver com vocês!
I'd killed more cops than cholesterol, and still no sign of Becker. It wasn't the first time it dawned on me I should probably have gone over the plan in more detail, but it was too late for that now. Special Forces painkillers. If I still didn't know. I'd spent my career dozing off in the briefing room. Now wasn't the time.
Você consegue se levantar?
Senta o dedo, porra! Não
It was starting to feel as if I'd never leave that place. Like one of those nightmares where you keep running and running, only to discover you're chasing yourself. Nothing I was gonna find in there could make a difference now. I had all the evidence I needed. Tear gas. This wasn't good. I needed to find a way out of that stairwell and fast. My eyes and throat burned.
Me dê cobertura! Agora! Caralho, tô ficando velho! Vai atrás deles! Droga! Você não tem... Batalhão! Está bem longe de cá!
I couldn't get that tape out of my head. Why had Ufe killed Rodrigo? I wasn't gonna find any answer.
Tente outra vez!
Você tá bem? Fala comigo, porra!
Another pile of bodies and still nothing to show for it. I felt like I was detaching, that maybe this was revenge for something else, something buried deep in the past. Rodrigo, Giovanna, Passos, everyone who'd meant anything was gone. Like so many times before, I'd found myself alone, locked on a course of destruction. It was at my worst when I was at my best.
Me proteja! A UF não vai se rebaixar!
Perdi! Beleza, perdi!
Acaba com ele, galera!
Becker and Bachmeyer had taken their pound of flesh and sold it on the black market. Now I was coming for mine.
Vamos acabar com essa merda agora! Vamos indo!
Confirmação do outro grupo, mas o gringo já deve estar morto agora. Eu mesmo vou te enterrar! Defendam essa posição! Filho da puta! Te vejo no inferno! Hey! Continue atirando!
Couldn't get a direct shot. I was gonna have to get creative. It was a waste of bullets. His cover was too good. They had barred the door. My only hope was to chase them down. I knew they'd be leaving town, and every last one of those bastards.
Now that I've made it through check-in, come on, you bastards.
Saiam! Saiam! Saiam daqui agora!
Isso! Volta, cacete! Prega fogo!
Uma emergência! Vamos! Vai, vai, vai!
Continue atirando! Continue atirando!
Vai lá, que tô te protegendo!
Faz ele parar!
Evacuando! Evacuando! Vai, vai! Evacua!
É tudo do fim! Você ainda está vivo?
Não para de atirar! Pegue ele! Tira dessa merda, porra! Pegue ele!
Você não consegue se esconder, cabaço!
Tira sua cobertura! Imbecil!
É só esse que você tem? Tô caindo fora, meu.
Pra frente! Vamos te matar!
Droga! Ah, é só isso!
I felt like my vacation was coming to.
Atira!
Vai em frente, atirando, vai! Vai em frente, atirando! Eu sigo aqui!
Becker's guys. Him and Victor had a private airport to go with their private army and their private jet. The doors lead in the direction of the main terminal. There were UFE all over the airport, and civilians were being moved out. Looking at it one way, shutting down the airport for their escape was a...
Vamos, em frente!
Presta atenção.
Vai, acabe com esse filho da puta! Em cima! Ele me pegou! Ele me pegou! Vai, Gotti! Vai, Gotti!
opened at the other end of the departure lounge. They weren't here. I had to keep moving down through the airport. It didn't look like there'd be any trams leaving until the power was on. Something for the nerves. It worked. The trams were running again. Maybe they'd take me to my gate. Maybe they'd bring more guys wanting to whack me. Maybe both.
Homem atingido!
And we were off. I felt like I might be able to recharge for a second. At least until we pulled into the station and met more murderous assholes. Everyone wanted a ticket for the Max Payne Express.
Tá vindo de olho em você! Avante! Todos que estão indo nessa posição! Você não passa de um canal pra mim!
The tram was slowing down, and I'd only just gotten on board. I had to salvage what I could and see what was waiting for me. This was my stop. It had taken me right into the heart of it. Becker's gimps were everywhere, so he and Bronco must be close. The smart move would have been sticking with De Silva and going straight to the hangar. But when was I ever about smart moves? I'm a dumb move guy. Hey Max, we'll drive onto the runway. No thanks, let me walk in the main entrance. I'll put a big shit-eating grin on my face and let these assholes take turns trying to kill me. That's my style, and it's too late in the day to hope for change. Boy, were they throwing numbers at this problem. But then, I'd chosen to be here. I wanted this. Was it redemption? Not really. It was pathetic desperation, and not much else. The further in I got, the more guys I saw. Becker wasn't running a police force. He was running an army. These guys were better trained and better equipped than anyone I'd seen out here. And I'd seen some mean sons of bitches. The mission was screaming suicide, but I didn't give a damn. At least I'd die being a pain in the ass. There the bastards were, sneaking off in their rich kid's toy.
Where else to go, Becker? Mr. Payne, I believe you. What do you expect to achieve here, Mr. Payne?
We ain't gonna walk away from all these dead bodies. Do you understand this place, Max? What are you looking for? No one is paying you to be here, Max. Seu merda! Think Victor's gonna wait for you? You know, Max, you're just another gringo trying to impose his will on our world.
Here I was, about to execute this poor bastard like some dime store angel of death, and I realized they were correct. I wouldn't know right from wrong if one of them was helping the poor and the other was banging my sister.
Guys are running in over on the right! There! Over to the right! Insurance ain't gonna cover this!
Come on! Got a flight to catch!
It's not going
sums it up.
Maybe set up a roadblock. You're an attack! We're driving into it! I normally...
That's them! Your career's coming down with that plane! Let's get it over with!
Wait, Max! No! Stop! Max! We have what we need on him now. Let him enjoy a trial and a spell in prison. Let him suffer. Trust me.
You know I'll walk. You'll walk with a lift!
Extortion and hostage scandal. The 55th Battalion of the City Police's Special Forces